Namaste. In this session, we'll look at pd.getDummies, or rather, we will be looking at why we should never use pandas get dummies for our machine learning work for encoding categorical variables. Okay, so let us get started. Now, we'll first import pandas, and I have created this small dummy data frame here, which has colors of a few flowers that I noticed in my garden. Assume I just went to my garden yesterday and picked out 10 flowers, and these were the colors they had, and these were the heights and inches of each of those flowers, and these were the number of petals on those flowers, and these were the days since I had planted them in the garden. Okay, so I have kept a track of all of these things. So this is the data set I have now at my hand. Now I'll first split the dataset into training and testing set. Now I have already mentioned in the previous lectures as to why it is so very important to split the dataset first into training and testing set, and then carrying out all the data pre-processing steps onto the training set alone, and then using those learned values on the testing data. Okay, so I have split the dataset also here as well. So now if I check what is my X train, so my X train is this. Okay, so I have 8 values here. Okay, so now what is Pandas's get dummies? So if I check pd.get dummies, and now I'll pass in the entire data frame here, which is my X train. Now what get dummies will do is, it will, for this past variable, for this data set, it will try to find all the columns which have categorical variables. Basically, if I check xtrain.info, it tells me that the color column is an object, height is float, and petals is int. Okay, so it will scan through all the columns, find out which are all the object columns or the categorical columns, and it will basically find all the unique values in those column as well. Okay, for example, in my color column, if I check xtrain of color dot unique, so I have blue, green, and red. I have 3 unique values in my data set here. So if I do pd.getDummies, you see what happens. The height and the petals have been propagated as this, but now I have, instead of this one color column here of blue, green, and red, I have 3 columns here of color underscore blue, color underscore green, and color underscore red. So what is happening is, if I do dot join x underscore train of color, so now you see what has happened is, I have joined these two, merged these two data frames here. So if I check for the first row, for the blue, if the color of the flower was blue, then the color underscore blue column has been highlighted with 1. Okay, has been populated with 1 basically, and the green and red are zeros here. Similarly, for the second one, the color of the flower was green, so the green is 1 here, and the rest 2 are zeros. So you see, for each of those rows, all the values will be zeros except for the one value which corresponds to the value in the column that we have specified. Okay, so this is basically called one hot encoding. One hot as in one, only one will be hot at a time, rest all will be cold. So you see, it makes sense actually. So the only the one column is hot here, and the rest of the columns are cold, that is, they all are zeros. So this is how the name one hot encoding has come. Okay, so this is pd.getDummies. So now, as we have seen that we first have to do on the training set and then propagate those results onto the testing set. Okay, but here in pd.getDummies there is no such feature. So all the data that we have here is just confined to this data set alone. So this getDummies has not learnt anything actually. So if I do now pd.getDummies on the x underscore test, so now what do you think will happen? Just think about it. X underscore test. Okay, we'll first see what x underscore test is. So we have two values in x underscore test, red and green. We have these two flowers. So what do you think will happen? So basically, getDummies will search for all the categorical columns. It will see that this color column is categorical. Then it will check the unique values red and green. So basically it will create 4 columns in my output data frame. The first two will be height and petals as was here, okay, and the next 2 columns will be for one for color underscore red and color underscore green. So if I cross verify it, you see we have height, we have petals, we have color underscore green and color underscore red. So for the first one, color underscore red was 1 because red is the color of the first flower, and the second one was green, so this is 1 here. But now, do you see what has happened here? In the training set, we have, if you exclude this color column because we joined it afterwards, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 columns here, and here we have only 4 columns here. So you see there's a column mismatch in the training and testing data alone. So this will immediately break our machine learning model if we feed such mismatched column lengths and basically the number of columns. The machine learning model will get confused and it will give us a errors. Okay, so this is a shortcoming of pd.getDummies. It doesn't learn the values from the training set, and so basically the training and testing set are on their own when it comes to pd.getDummies. For example, here as well for the testing set it saw only 2 values here, but we know that there's also a blue category which was present in the training set, but getDummies does not know that, so it will just output green and red here. So this is a shortcoming. Now, one of the reasons that I chose to tell you why you should never use getDummies is because I have seen so many people on Kaggle. When I go through people's Kaggle kernels, I see so many people using getDummies to encode the categorical variables, which is completely wrong as we see here, because we saw here like this blue color wasn't in the testing data. We had only red and green and it couldn't process it properly. Okay, so getDummies is actually not at all suitable for machine learning. It is pleasing on the eye, of course, because it is giving you a data frame structure and it is giving you color underscore green, color underscore red, such good column names as well. So it is good for learning purposes, but it should never be used for your machine learning workflow. We will see a one hot encoder in the next video, and we will see how it is different from getDummies and what are its advantages. So stay tuned for the next lecture. I hope you understood why you should never use getDummies, and I hope that if you also scan through people's Kaggle kernels on Kaggle and if you find someone has used getDummies, then please comment below that don't use getDummies in the future because it is wrong, and just spread the word and spread the knowledge. So thank you for watching.